I'm back. Hey guys, it's me, BPS TV. Isn't that cool? Yeah, I just wanted to make this video to explain. It's been a while since I've made a video, and it's just because I got a new computer, so I'm moving everything over. But that's not interesting. What I want to tell you guys is BPS TV and it as like an enterprise, and how you fit in as well. Because BPS TV, a lot of the jokes we make, especially in there's stuff like the animated series where it is an animated series and stuff. One of, my most recent one, my most recent series is what it is. And then you get the stuff like the Showdown, me and Parker and stuff. And there's a lot of jokes about TV. The Super Show sucks. It's like the TV thing, the joke there. Of course, being like, this is a TV channel I'm running, which the reality is that I left that behind a long time ago to focus on this BPS TV, which is my scaled down version of all the stuff I used to do on actual television. Because I wanted to focus on something that you didn't have any stakes. I mean, there was no reason to keep doing what I was doing, back in the knots. So it's just like a way for me to relax. But the joke, but having it's kind of funny to have done that and then go back and do stuff like this, where it's just a lot of it's kind of garbage, and then you say it's TV, and you're like, ooh, it's my big project, my big TV project, It's kind of poke a little fun at myself, and I guess my career, like, because there's not as many people. Most of the people in my position, they've moved on. They moved on previously to where I am at. They moved on from TV to film, and now they're doing, I don't know, commercials or something. There's a lot of stuff they're doing now. I honestly don't even know, because movies now, they're not even coming out with movies now. But maybe they just fucking died. I don't know. But that's the thing about TV, because I start. Well, that's what I wanted to talk about, was how I got started. Because I didn't get started in TV by just going to ooh, Turner Classic, Mr. Turner Classic Movies. Oh, Mr. Ted Turner, can I come to your Buffalo Ranch in Georgia and hang out with you and get a job at fucking cake, whatever the hell? You can't do that. I had to start in radio, and when I started in radio, it was like a pretty small station. It was like terrestrial radio, so it wasn't syndicated or anything. And it was a very small span, like the actual radio signal only went 5 miles if you spun around in a circle, 5 miles in that 360-degree radius, or whatever. I don't understand how that works. I just realized I don't understand how circles work. But yeah, it only went 5 miles, and it wasn't in the country, but it was like one of those places where they've got like a football team, and it's nearby a city, but it's like the only thing. Like, people live there because they have a football team, like they have a good high school football team. But I did radio there, and I was like kind of a bad kid. I was 19 when I got hired, and I started drinking when I was 16. But that was like, you didn't start drinking until after, because it was a morning show. So I'd start drinking at about like fucking 11:45, and then I would just drive home drunk in the middle of the day, and I wouldn't get pulled over or anything, because like nobody expects you to be drinking during the day, and I was pretty good at it, driving. I mean not when I'm sober, but when I was drunk, I had like I remember I think I was good at driving. That's what I remember, anyways. But yeah, I would hide Hennessy in the ceiling tile. I would move the tile over. It was next to the they had those fluorescent school type lights, and I would hide the Hennessy in the tile next to the fluorescent light. And I remember one time, it like caught some of the Hennessy spilled onto tube. Those lights have tubes, and it spilled on there, and it like caused like a miniature fire, and the fire alarm went off because the Hennessy spilled on the fluorescent light, and it started a fire. And I was able to put it out, but it was and that was the first. I always locked up. Well, not locked up. I opened. I'm not locked up, but it feels like that when you get there at 6 in the fucking morning and it's freezing cold and there's no one else there. So that was like early in the morning, like it was like no one had showed up yet, so it was fine. And I just took the ceiling tile down and threw it in the garbage, and then no one ever even cared because the place was shit anyways. So I started in radio, and I met this guy. His name was he had three names. I'm trying to. He had. It's funny because he had three names. I don't know if one of them was a middle name. He never said, but I can't remember which order the names were. It was like Stefan, Adrian, Stefan Adrian Peters. That sounds stupid. That can't be it. Steve, was it Steve? Steve Allen? Stefan Adrian? Stefan Adrian sounds stupid. But he would come in there sometimes because he was a local promoter for a club, a jazz club. And the jazz club was interesting because they didn't allow people in there. And you'd think that would make the club pretty unpopular. But actually, I guess it was just like a front for prostitution. So there wasn't much of a club going on there. It was more just you would go there for the whores. And I don't know why they were racist about it. But he would come there, and he got on the news. Or no, he didn't get on the news. He had ads on. He ran ads on the news for this jazz club that was just a prostitution ring. So he was just advertising prostitution next to like KCOT, what the local news thing. And that became a huge scandal later, but I didn't know about that. I was good at video editing, and he saw that I was editing in the radio thing, in the radio fucking offices one day. And he came in and saw that, and he was like, "Oh, I got some commercials. Can you edit the commercials?" He had a weird way of talking. And I said, "Yeah, I can edit the commercials." And he said, "I can't pay you, but I can get you a whore. I can get you a prostitute you can have sex with." And I said, "I can't have sex, but I could get. Can I get money instead?" Because I was broke. And he said, "No." So I didn't get paid, and I also didn't have sex with the prostitutes. But I did edit his commercials for a while, and then that just kind of snowballed into me editing his commercials. And then I was, because they'd invite everybody for like a retention thing. Like it was like kind of like a deal to like be like, "Hey, keep advertising here," at the news channel for everybody that was running ads to be like, "Hey, you're going to run ads next quarter?" So I went to that with him because I was the editor, and at this point he started paying me, so that's why I went, because like he's all the employees would go. So we went to the thing, and I just got more commercial gigs there because I ended up networking with all the other people that were running ads, and that just kind of got me into commercial work, and that led to all the stuff you know me from. Like that's where I got on. That's just how it started. It's been a wild ride, man, and it's crazy because a lot of the stuff I'm telling you guys, like it's true. Like a lot of that stuff is true, and it's just crazy to reminisce. Like I love reminiscing, and I'm just so happy to be where I'm at because it's crazy. It's freaking crazy.